Hey everyone, this is PrinceBrightstar, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. So the day is finally here, the Blue Mage class has arrived, and I can't wait to check it out. Obviously things have cleared up since last night when the new class was introduced, but I was there when it first launched, and there was quite the crowd. Enough players here that you were unable to see the whole crowd, but what can I say? That's Balmung in a nutshell for you. Oh, that Moogle in the background there? Yeah, we'll get to the class he unlocks in the future. Anyway, let's go ahead and speak to the Blue Mage class unlocker here. The Zealous Yellowjacket. You there. Would I be right in guessing you're an adventurer? If so, I have a request to make. We've had reports of some charlatan claiming to be a blue mage, whatever that's supposed to be. He could be a blue-arsed wharf rat for all I care, but I hear he's selling so-called soul crystals to adventurers for a tidy sum. Apparently, they're meant to give the holder all sorts of mystical powers, which is a load of chocobo shite, according to a dozen or so dissatisfied customers. You see, spells and whatnot are not really my field of expertise, which is why I want you to help me investigate. I need you to tell me whether these crystals are the genuine article. If they turn out to be fakes, I'll arrest him on charges of fraud, and you will receive fair payment for your assistance. And if they by some miracle end up by some miracle end up doing what he claims, you might be able to pick up a new parlor trick or two. So, are you in? Let's do it. Very good. We've received word he's haranguing passerby near Summerford Farms. I'll meet you there. Alright, to the farms we go then. Like it's actually outside the farm. Here we are. You got here just in time. It looks like he's about to make his pitch. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. The name's Martin, and today I present to you a wonder of the new world. I call it blue magic. Beyond the Indigo Deep live the Wallaki, who have their own unique brand of spellcasting. Like black and white magic, it draws on aether from our surroundings. But that's where the similarities end, my friends. I'm sure you've all seen wild creatures lashing out with fire, ice, and what have you. It's a form of self-defense, see? But it's still magic. The Wallaki discovered how to harness aether in the same way, and wield the forces of nature. But how, I hear you cry? It's simple. You have to attune your mind to the instincts of the beast. When a creature is driven to attack, you can see into its soul. When you overcome it in battle, you absorb some of its ether and make its power your own. Of course, it's not as easy as picking fights with the local wildlife. but my Wallaki mentors taught me well, and now it's my turn to teach you. Behold, the power of blue magic. By the 12, did you see that? I thought you'd be impressed. Now, before anyone asks why it's called blue magic, let me tell you, for the Wallaki, this color holds special meaning, sacred even. And seeing as this ain't white or black magic, it seemed like the perfect fit. I suppose you're also wondering what you need to become a blue mage like me. Well, for starters, you'll be wanting one of these, a soul crystal, and don't forget a specially designed outfit to help you look the part. I'll even throw in one of these spellbooks, personally penned by yours truly, containing everything you need to know about learning blue magic. I've got enough for all of you, but you better snap them up before it's too late. Are you lot really that dense? Can't you see he's playing you for fools? Drive the beast to attack? More like run headlong into battle with only a silly blue costume for protection. Of course, no one can claim it's fraud when they're at the bottom of some creature's belly. You feast on your flesh, smooth skins. Your gods cannot save you now. All of you, stay back. No more, please spare us! He never stood a chance. Bugger all this swords and shields nonsense. I'm giving blue magic a try. There's definitely something fishy going on here, and the arrival of those Mamulja was a little too timely for my liking. Come on, let's see where he goes next. Looks like he's heading for the Morabi dry docks. Follow me. Alright, let's make our way down there. According to one of the guards, this Martin character has been seen sulking around the docks over the last few days. Apparently he's been begging for leftovers from the mess hall. Considering that he's making Gil hand over fist from gullible adventurers, this strikes me as more than a little odd. Anyway, he was last spotted making his way to the Salt Strand. Let's go. Alright, that takes us to the west. Just as I suspected, he's up to no good. Why else would he come all the way to a place like this? Martin, you say you be less violent this time. That was very violent. Very violent indeed. It all adds to the realism, and you lads did a great job. Your gods cannot save you now. Nice improvisation. That one bloke damn near shot himself. I think we've seen enough. Hold it right there. I'm placing you under arrest on charges of fraud. Fraud? This is all a big misunderstanding. You can't pull the wool over my eyes. The game's up. The same goes for you two. I knew you were in cahoots from the very beginning. As for those crystals, I'm about as convinced by them as I was by your acting. Say what you will about our sales technique, but there's nothing dodgy with the merchandise. I'll have you know I poured my heart and soul into those crystals, and the spell books explain how to learn the magic. It ain't my fault if the buyers can't be arsed to read them. If you're thinking about clapping me in irons over the outfits not providing enough protection, I can assure you they were tailored especially with the needs of a blue mage in mind. I'll admit I had to cut a few corners to keep the cost down, but still. All boils down to whether the soul crystals are genuine or not. I know it's a lot to ask, but will you try this blue magic of his? I guess so. Come on, mate, don't be shy. Once you've learned your first spell, you'll know I ain't pulling your leg. I'll even let you borrow one of the outfits. Oh yes, very fetching. While you've been getting changed, Latulya and Gahilya have been luring over a nice cooperative baby Kraken to teach you water cannon. The bait's been laid, so one should turn up any moment now. Baby Kraken, huh? Run away! Run away! That's a bit big, a bit on the big side, lads. Not to worry, all you have to do is give it a few licks with the patented blue magic focus, or stick if you prefer, and our tentacled friend will return the favor by firing quite possibly painful jets of water at you. Oh, and try not to die. Yeah, I guess I should have expected they were going to have to do it this way for the first spell. Impressive. After that little escapade, you should be able to fire your very own water cannon. By the by, you don't, strictly speaking, need to be struck by the magic you're trying to learn, but that'll probably happen whether you want it to or not. In some cases, repeatedly. As long as you're the one the beast's after, its power should be yours, assuming you can defeat it. You see, this is what most people don't realize about becoming a blue mage. When you start out, you're like a blank slate. It takes a fair amount of bravery, to stare these creatures down and look into their souls. It's a shame that not all of my customers have your determination, but that's hardly grounds for calling me a fraud. You don't think he's telling the truth, do you? Now that's settled. I'll be having my wares back if you don't mind. Alright, let's complete the quest. What's that? You still don't believe me? To be honest, mate, I don't know what more I can do. Tell you what, why don't I give you a soul crystal, outfit, and spellbook for free? That way, as a fully fledged blue mage, you can act as living proof of my innocence. Sound fair to you? Okay, so we're getting 24,000 experience points, plus the soul of a blue mage, a Rainmaker weapon, the true blue attire coffer, and the water cannon spell. And Blue Mage unlocked. Open the Blue Magic Spellbook under Character in the main menu to assign active actions. Blue Mage arms generally have no effect on your attributes. However, equipping armor and accessories that boost your intelligence will greatly increase the damage dealt by your offensive magic. If you lose your Blue Mage gear, replacements can be purchased from the Calamity Salvagers in Limsa Lominsa, Gridania, and Ul'dah. Alright, and the next quest is... Actually, we need to change into it first. And it appears I actually didn't have room for the item, for the weapon, so let me get that out of here. Should be fine there. And now let's go ahead and equip it. And let's see. Actually, we need to check a couple of things here. Let's read this. Rather than gaining new actions by increasing in level, Blue Mages learn them from enemies. To acquire an ability, you must witness your foe perform a specific attack before defeating it. The actions you learn are recorded in the Blue Magic Spellbook, found under Character in the main menu. Spells must be registered as active actions and set to the hotbar before they can be used. You may register up to 24 spells at once. Checking the box next to a spell will add it to the list of active actions. From there, that can be set to a hotbar. The Blue Magic Spellbook details the attack type and aspect of each action. You can also view hints on where to acquire spells you have yet to discover. Travel the realm and defeat a variety of enemies to expand the number of spells at your disposal. Unlike most other weapons, Blue Mage arms generally have little effect on a character's attributes. However, the intelligence gained from armor and accessories provides a much larger increase in offensive magic damage compared to other jobs. Okay, so let's open up this coffer here, the True Blue Attire coffer. And let's go ahead and equip it. Actually, that's not the, everything in the set. We need... Where is... Here we go. That and... that. Okay. So... Actually, I need to create a new gear set for this guy, so... Here we go. And that will do it for the moment here, so... Yeah, I'm realizing I'm gonna have to push my my little class bar here a little bit to make room now. Anyway. Now that we have that equipped, let's speak to Martin again. Well, I suppose you'd better show this yellow jacket that getting smacked about by a mad kraken wasn't a waste of time after all. Just take aim at Latulia and fire off a water cannon. If anyone knows how a proper blast feels, it's him. Gods knows he's been on the receiving end enough times. This is only way? Please avoid maiming Latulia too severely. Open the blue magic spellbook under character in the main menu to assign active actions. Alright, so let us select him. If we can. There we go. And the action is not set to active, so let's go ahead and do this now. And let's fire away. Painful yet refreshing. Refreshing yet painful. See, I was telling the truth, wasn't I? Well then, we'd best be going. It's been a pleasure. Not so fast, you blue-haired twit. I'll admit the spell worked as you said it would, but you can't sell those soul crystals without adequately explaining the risks. It's irresponsible. Some might even call it deliberately neglectful. You're not under arrest, but from this day forth you are strictly forbidden from peddling any more of your wares. If I hear you've sold so much as a blue handkerchief, I will hunt you down and throw you behind bars. For your aid in the investigation, you have my thanks. Fare you well. I don't bloody believe it. Just as I was beginning to turn a half-decent profit. Well, look up. Well, well, that was quite the show, darlings. Neither black nor white, but something new entirely. Blue magic, yes. It's sure to draw a crowd, as you've amply demonstrated. And who might you be? The name's Roise, and I manage the Celestium in Ul'dah. It's an arena where daring young souls such as yourselves perform feats of bravery for the audience. Unlike the Colosseum, the vast majority of the entertainment pits man against beast, with the matches being brought to an end before either side suffers any serious injury. While our patrons revel in the thrill of combat, acts of wanton brutality and bloodshed are considered distasteful. Rather than savagery and slaughter, our appeal lies in the personas that our participants assume to add a touch of drama to the proceedings. However, I'm not one to settle for a mere modicum of success. My goal is to make the Celestium renowned the world over, and to that end, I have been searching for something truly unique. And that is when word of this blue magic of yours reached my ears. Martin, my blue bundle of crowd-pleasing wonderment, how would you like to be the very first contestant in the masked carnival? It will be an event pitting your magic against a host of bestial foes. Listen, this is serious stuff. I didn't go through all the trouble of learning all these spells to entertain a bunch of goppin' spectators. Paying spectators, my dear. Some of them are quite wealthy, in fact. And you stand to earn rather a lot of coin. Now you're talking my language. I say, darling, where are you going? I was about to make you the same offer. I hate to burst your bubble, love, but my apprentice here's barely taken the first step on the road to becoming a blue mage. Wouldn't want him to meet a grisly end in the middle of your arena, would we? Can I use something besides these piss-poor spells? I think that would rather defeat the purpose. If I only needed warriors to triumph over the pit fiends, I have more than enough already. It's blue magic or nothing, I'm afraid. If you're not confident in your abilities, I don't mind waiting until you're ready for battle. Perhaps you could oversee his training between matches. Training? That wasn't part of the deal. Oh, I'm not asking you to do it for free, my dear. Quite the contrary. You'll pay me for that, too? Consider it done. That's what I like to hear, Martin. Let's get you to Ul'dah for your costume fitting. Come along. I have to wear a costume as well? I got a bad feeling about this. Alright, let's make our way over to Ul'dah. Alright, let's hit the Aethernet and go over to the Miners Guild. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about in terms of there being so many players. You can't even load all of them. It just occurred to me that I never asked whether you actually want to take part in the masked carnival. Are you willing to endure Martin's training regime in preparation for the greatest performance of your life? Let us become a blue mage. You've made the right choice, my dear. I have high hopes for you. As for your illustrious mentor, I believe he should be ready to make his grand entrance any moment now. I'll be honest with you, it's a bit more extravagant than what I'm used to. Color's not bad, I suppose. You look marvelous, my dear. Everyone, feast your eyes on the great Azuro. Eh? What's that supposed to mean? Well, nothing really, but it lends a certain degree of panache to your stage persona. No offense, darling, but the great Martin doesn't have quite the same ring to it. You'll be playing the role of an enigmatic nobleman who has deigned to grace the Celestium with his outlandish magics. Oh, where are my manners? I never asked your name. PrinceBrightstar. Prince. We should come up with something a little more inspiring before you step into the arena. What's wrong with Prince? Ah, yes, I have heard some information concerning you two gentlemen. As you may have heard, Ul'dah has a law that bans members of most beast tribes from entering the city. It was mainly to keep out goblin merchants, you see. I poured over, well, had someone else pour over the documents, and it seems there is no mention of the Mamulja whatsoever, meaning you are free to stay as long as you please. Well, with that, I think my work here is done for the time being. Martin, I leave Prince in your presumably capable hands. Best of luck. I'll admit I didn't think this is how things would turn out, but what's life without a few surprises, eh? So, it looks like I'll be guiding you on the path to becoming a blue mage. I get the impression you're no stranger to getting up close and personal with fearsome beasties, but when it comes to mastering the Walaki's techniques, you've got a long way to go. It's the creatures themselves who will be doing all the teaching, though, and the spellbook will point you in the right direction. Of course, I wouldn't be much of a mentor if I just said, come back when you've got a few more spells under your belt. Seems like you need something specific to aim for. Tell you what, why don't you start by learning Blood Drain? And who knows, it might even come in handy. Oh, it nearly slipped my mind. There are a few spells that you can only learn from creatures in the New World. Lucky for you, Gahilja has brought with him a fine selection of totems infused with their aether, to save you the trip across the Indigo Deep. No getting your hands dirt and fighting off fiends, just absorb the ether and the magic is yours. Naturally, we're not gonna just give them to you, since you're still only a novice. Wouldn't want you biting off more than you could chew. When you think you're ready, talk to Gahilja. Gahilja, very impressed by Prince's bravery when Kraken appeared. Now Prince must impress with skills as Blue Mage if you want these totems. You heard the man. There's a whole world of spells waiting for you, so go and start learning. Alright, and so with that, we are off. We need to head out into the world and figure out where all of these spells are found. So let's start by looking at the Blue Magic Spellbook at number 2. Greyflox's Longsop Hard. Okay, that's level 50 content there, so we won't see that one for a while. The Dragon's Neck, level 50 content. Pharaoh Sirius, level 50. Northern Thanalan, okay, that's higher. Or rather, that's a little bit lower, but still. Binding Coil of Bahamut. Okay. Let me just kind of look through here. Middle Lenosha. That's probably a good place to start. And then... there's also one in the Central Shroud. Actually, there's a couple in Middle Lenosha. Alright, let's just head for Middle Lenosha then. And I definitely want to get a mount out here. So... let's get the cavalry drake. Alright, let's make our way down to kind of where the lowest level mobs are, just so that we can have at least a decent chance here. There we go. And let me get out my companion. Alright, let's get to fighting. And there we go, we've already leveled up to level 2. And the higher level of it, or rather the higher amount of experience that you get, is actually intended. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the battle music on. Now, the fact that there's a crowd gathered over there kind of tells me that's probably where I need to find one of them. Alright, here we go. Alright, action learned. So, let us go under the blue magic spellbook. In fact, let me drag that out to here. And there we go, bomb toss. And so that gives us a targeting reticle. And there we go. Alright, let's keep looking. Let's try these tiny mandragores here. Nice, you can multi-stuff. Level 6. Hey, Doctor. We've already tried the Mandragora. Let's hop down here. And let's try a water sprite. There's another bee-like creature. Okay, not there. But we do have a crowd gathered over here. Yeah, no, that's 1,000 needles. That's definitely something I want to get early on if I can. I believe for that we're going to need to find a cactuar. Try a wild jackal here. That sanguine bite might have been it. Nope. Yeah, so it looks like it might actually be the killer wisp I need. And I'm under the impression we're probably gonna have to see the attack at least once before it will actually attach. Well, a fate appears to have landed right on top of us here. It's my understanding that the fates actually don't give you additional experience. Ah, final sting! There we go. Okay, so I'm not gonna have to do that on, from that one dungeon. Let's go ahead and get that equipped. Now, I get the feeling that this is going to not end well, but might as well give it a shot. Yep, so the final sting attack does in fact kill you. Alright, so let's head back to New Gridania. And with both those spells found, let's look where else we can also find more spells here. For this one, okay, so these are all extreme primals. I think Central Shroud and Western Thanalan are going to be our next stops here. Now, Central Shroud is it's a huge place. I'm moving Final Sting up there just so I don't accidentally use it. Nothing yet. But I think this is also supposed to be part of the fun of it as well. Just figuring out which enemy you need to attack to get the next ability. There doesn't seem to have been any of them. I think at this point I'm going to go ahead and have something to eat so I get the extra experience from that as well here. And let's try heading to the south. There we go, let's try the roselet here. There are some skeletons down here. Maybe that one of them has what we need. D1. Name and men. Let's see what that is. So increased base action damage and HP restoration by 10%. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing anything from these guys either. Can't be the Hornet's Horn, can it? There's also the chance that it could be up in this upper area. If that's the case, we won't actually be able to get whatever's here in the Central Shroud. Alright, Tree Slug. Level up to 11. Yeah, and we just have some armored buzzards over there, it looks like. So actually, let's go ahead and make our way over to Western Thanalan instead. Oh, here's a crowd. Yeah, look at the difference in the experience there. So, from the Fate, I only get 78 experience, but just a regular creature, it's 1,493. So, yeah, no point in really participating in those Fates. Alpha, what are you doing here? Well, this is unexpected. I kind of want to follow him now. Oh, nope, he's gone. Now, the fact that there are so many people around here tell me that that detonator or something like it is what I'm looking for. Hey Zero, hey Joey, thanks for joining me. Rake, I didn't even think I'd have access to those. Well, that'll give me at least a little bit more damage here, I guess. Right now, I'm thinking I just need to get something off of one of these glide bombs here. Zero, are you talking about the cross-class thing? Because that got taken out, near the end of Heaven's Word. Or no, right as, Stormblood, launched. Still no detonator. Joey, regarding your question, I'm not exactly sure about that. I guess the hardest part that I can think of would be just finding it in the Japanese PlayStation Network store. We've leveled up to level 13. I'll give it a few more tries, but if it's still problematic, I'll move on and see if we can find something somewhere else. There's no, it's not necessary that I get every single spell in one night. Not sure what you're talking about in terms of boosting items there. Let's try a giant tortoise. Oh, yeah, I'm wearing the brand new ring. I highly doubt we would actually get the 1,000 needles off of this guy. I see what you're saying, Joey. Typically, though, anytime I've tried to get a game going, usually I'm able to find a guide online somewhere, and if there's any problem, it's going to be like the CAPTCHA, and really that's... There are Japanese keyboards you can use online that help out with that. Okay, I'll try that, Dr. Merla. So regarding the classes I have, this is what my my class levels look like here. 0. Okay, just use Body Slam. I won't put him away, but I'll at least put him in a healer stance. I'll agree with you on that point. I also suspect that whatever I don't learn now, there are going to be other creatures that I'll be able to learn it from in the future, specifically just because, well, eventually I'm going to out-level everything to the point whereby one attack is going to kill it anyway. So there's probably going to be some stuff at level 50 that will let me pick up on what I missed earlier. So let's just move down to the footfalls now. No, I did not, and that's probably a good point. I can probably pick up the next quest by now. Unless it actually isn't level locked, and it's actually locked by me getting whatever that other spell was. What was it? Blood Drain? How are you getting on with that spell book? If you don't know where to learn Blood Drain, it might be worth having a quick read first. The next Blue Mage quest will be available from Martin upon learning Blood Drain. Okay, so then... yeah, let's see if we can find that. I didn't see it first, but maybe another glance here will do it. Oh, actually, it's right here. So... Lower Lenosha. Ah, we learned Phase! Nice! Let's see what that does here. So, stuns all enemies in a cone before me. Okay. Still looking for Blood Drain, though. I think the mochi monsters are gone, actually. Well, it is the 15th of January now. Face doesn't seem to do that much. Oh, you know what? I think I know where they're referring to for blood drain. There's that little cave, and I think there's some bats inside. Yeah, this looks like the right place. And that's definitely blood drain, so let's hope we get it. Bingo! The more you know. Alright, let's head back to Ul'dah. Yeah, it's a staple of how they work. They basically need to see the attack, and then once they see the attack, or in some games they need to actually be hit by it, but that basically unlocks the ability for them then. This is a class that's been around since Final Fantasy V. Let's get that new spell on here. Blood drain. There we go. Well, well. If it ain't my gifted apprentice, Prince. Before you say anything, let me guess. You're here because you've learned blood drain, and you want to hear my next bit of advice. I'm right, aren't I? The next step is to... It's him, the great Azuro! It's like all my name days have come at once. Oh, Grinowat. Please say it for us one more time. How could I refuse my adoring public? Ahem. Master of knowledge beyond the comprehension of mere mortals, and wielder of arcane magics as unfathomable as the deepest ocean. Hearken, foul beasts, the indomitable keeper of the blue has come. "'Tis I, the great Azuro." He said it! He actually said it! Sorry about that. Just doing my bit to keep the coin rolling in. Where were we? Ah, yes, I know a great spot for a bit of training. Meet me at the Spineless Basin. I'll explain everything when we get there. Alright, so to Central Thanalan. Oh, it actually would have been faster if I went out the southern gate, actually. So the reason it's limited is because the class has many abilities that basically would break how bosses work in high-end content. And so that's why they don't want to allow the class to be a regular class. So it's not limited in that it's going to go away eventually, but it's limited in that you can't take it into certain content. Glad to see you survived the trek. I hope the Hornets didn't give you any bother. In fact, they're the reason we're here. There are some especially angry ones that would be perfect targets for practicing your blue magic. They're tough, but not too tough. Some folk call them man-eaters, but I think that's an exaggeration. Anyway, why not give Blood Drain a try? It'll draw out some of the enemy's aether to help you cast more spells. Oh, I actually need to head to a specific spot. Okay. No, the highest item level for Blue Mage is going to be 130. Here we go. Blood Drain. Alright, let's make our way back over to Martin. Thank you, great Azuro, for getting rid of that pesky hornet. He was a right nasty bastard if ever I saw one. Here's your payment, as agreed. Doing his work, huh? Ah, I didn't see you there. How goes the training? Maybe one day I can get paid for doing nothing, too. Come on, don't be like that. You had a chance to hone your skills, and that bloke can go about his business without being stung to buggery. If he's willing to part with a few gil for it, who am I to say no? Once we get back to Old Da, I'll divvy up the earnings. I'll see you outside the Celestium. Alright, back inside Old Da we go. Honestly, there isn't that much that I would need to get with Gil. I mean, I've already got a house, so what else would I need that much for? Ah, there you are. What took you so long? You're showing signs of improvement, but you'll want a few more tricks up your sleeve before you can step into the arena. Those pit fiends don't mess about. I reckon what you need is Mind Blast. Once you've learned that, come and find me, and we'll continue your training. Here's your payment for the hornet you put down. You think I'm being stingy? Listen, mate, I've already subtracted the fees for your training. If I charged any less, I'd be cutting my own throat. Alright, so let's see where this next one comes from. Here it is, Mind Blast. From the Tamtar Deep Crop. Alright, so I believe... yeah, we're still a little bit underneath that, so I need to level up a little bit more here. And for that, let's see. Let's head for Western Lenosha. You know what? I wonder if any guild leaves would actually help with the leveling process here. So these give, it looks like the quest reward is 2,600, 2,700 experience. The question is, how much do the creatures themselves give? Because if it's a small amount, there's no point. Okay, so it looks like they actually give the normal amount of experience, so it was worth a shot. Let me go ahead and abandon these then. I guess I thought that maybe I finally found a use for them again, but nope. That's one way to do it. level up. So that should have unlocked... let's see here. Limited jobs can participate only when using a preformed or undersized party, and the duty allows it. Okay, got it. So then I need to jump in with a party then. Now that's a shame, the recruiter's offline. Alright, so I might just have to head straight into Temtara then. We'll see. Let's see if that player's back online. Nope. This group actually gives us a really nice boost in experience compared to those bats from before. there's level 16. Alright, hopefully we have enough players join us here quickly. Alright, so based on the fact that it's basically taken a long time for us to actually get enough players into the group here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream here for now. And what I'll do is I'll get a group together and we're going to pick this up again tomorrow. So, if you've enjoyed today's content, please do make sure to subscribe and click the bell to be notified whenever I do go live. In addition to that, I also have a Discord. Link to that is in the description below. Thank you for joining me today. This is PrinceBrightstar signing off. I'll catch you next time.